Hello, 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 and welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are on the planet. Come on in and get settled. My name is Anthony Carter. I am the host, producer, madman, creative genius, brilliant mind behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Let me say that once again for the cheap seats in the back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, madman, and brilliant mind behind that Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Hello and welcome. Well, the title of my talk this afternoon, this evening, this morning is Revitalize Now, not later. Revitalize Now, the surprising power of just two words. Revitalize now the surprising power of just two words. Now, let me give you a little backstory on this. About a week ago, I was in a training. I'm in a training for a new job, and it's always interesting to me how, if you keep your feelers out there, if you stay open, if you are committed to something greater to you, which is me supporting Black men 40 to 60 and tackling hypertension, it's always interesting to me that when you do that and you stay open, you get all these kinds of little gifts and things from the universe and people that you never expect to get them from, right? I was in a training last week, training session, and heard something that just kind of shook me to the core. And it's the crux of what I'm going to talk about this week, these two powerful words. But before I get into that, I want to talk about the power of little things, right? Little things that can make a big difference. There was a great song that India Arie put out years ago called Little Things. And she talked about all these little things that were going on in her life that she really, really loved and she really, really valued. You know, a spoonful of honey. She mentioned uh, Donny Hathaway. She mentioned Stevie Wonder. She mentioned, a call from one of her siblings, all these little things, right? So keep that in mind. Little things can add up to mean a lot. And these little things we're going to talk about today are these two words, right? And the two words that will have a huge impact in your life. Same word, but same words, but if you reverse them, they mean something completely different. The words are one day, right? One day. Let me give you an example of that. For many, many years, I put things off, right? I kept saying, one day I'll get myself together, when I have time. One day I'll be an artist. I wanted to be a writer, for a very long time, from the time I was 12. I wanted to be a playwright. I wanted to write novels. I wanted to create stories. And I kept telling myself, one day I'm going to do that. It would be nice one day to have that happen, right? And it took me until I was 43 and somebody allowed me, so to speak, into their writing program. And then I realized, oh, that day is here. I am now officially a playwright because I've been admitted to a master's program in playwriting. So that was me putting things off, saying one day, one day, one day. Now, here's the thing about that. If you're like me and like anybody else on the planet, if you are waiting and talking about one day, that one day is never going to be here, right? Here's the difference. Instead of saying, what if we switch it? What if we instead of saying one day, we say day one? This is day one of me going after what I want. This is day one of me improving my health. This is day one of me having the relationship that I want and deserve. This is day one of me having the career that I want. Until I decided I wanted to have the career that I wanted in terms of being a writer and a creative, it was never going to happen. Nobody's ever going to come by and just drop it in my lap. That's not how things work, right? So, the power of just two words. Ask yourself, are you still saying one day, or is today day one? Day one that you're going to do things differently. Day one that you're going to take your health more seriously. I'm going to talk about that briefly. When I decided to take care of my health, for a long time, I put it off. I would say, one day I'm going to do this. One day I'm going to get healthy. One day I'm going to stop eating sugar. One day I'm going to stop eating oil and salt. One day I'm going to stop eating fried foods. One day I'm going to get off the chicken tenders. Nothing changed, right? All I did was get chunky and get a whole lot of high blood pressure and headaches. It didn't change until I said, this is the day I'm going to do it. Day one, today, I'm going to do this. That's when things change. Okay, folks, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm keeping it short and sweet and to the point tonight. So, my name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, and madman behind the brilliant um, world domination plan that is That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. I'm going to say that once again for the cheap seats in the back. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My name is Anthony Carter. I am the host, producer, creative genius, madman, and brilliant mind behind That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. I'm going to get out of here now. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, let your loved ones take care of you. Get some plants on those plates, and most of all, eat like you got some sense. If you want to see more of me, I'm here every Tuesday. If you want to see more of me, if you want to have a consultation with me, if you want to do some coaching with me, I'm also a coach. You want to do some coaching and take back your health, please, please, please reach out. In the breakdown here, I have a link that allows you to give me your email address and we can talk. Let's set up some time to talk. Okay? I will talk to you soon. Be well. Thank you.